Hi, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a video I ran across about this white woman speaking about what she's tired of when it comes to Black women. If you hear some in the background, sorry, it's a trash truck. It's like every time I decide to start recording, a motorcycle, a trash truck, like somebody decides to have full blown conversation outside the window. Like, please excuse the noise. Okay, so I'm going to play the video and I might pause in between, share my thoughts. It says, white women are getting tired of all this nonsense. Leave us alone. Okay.
Think that I speak for a lot of people who look like me, unless you are virtue signaling or have blue hair. And if you do, then keep scrolling. But for the rest of us, we're exhausted. We're exhausted with the rules of the things that we can and can't do. And we're tired of hearing white women, like, dear white women. Who's perpetuating what? We're just exhausted with it. You can't have our hairstyle, cultural appropriation. Braids don't belong to you. Sorry. And don't smile at us. When you're walking past us, don't smile at us. I will smile at whoever I want. That's just me. I smile at people. It's a cultural thing from when I was little. We were taught to smile at people, and that's okay. I mean, it's borderline. No, not even borderline. It's bullying. Just leave us alone. You don't have to tell us what you think about us. We don't care. Just leave us alone. I mean, it's starting to look like you are just obsessed with us. That's not a pretty look.
A lot of people are just getting sick and tired of the nonstop, never-ending hypocrisy and racial issues. I'm seeing more and more conservative Black people like myself, and even some white people calling it out. It's just draining to be obsessed with someone of another race all the time is depleting, and it's a total waste of energy.
So, all right. I know that was the whole video, or maybe she paused it. This is another creator. Hold up. Let me give credit to, because she's the one that has the video chat with Jazz. Don't know her, just reacting to content, and I picked up the playback speed when she started talking, so fair use. I'm gonna start saying some stuff. Some stuff might offend you, and some other things that will be touched on a little later in the video. But real quick, so I can see where both people, what they're coming from, as far as, spending and wasting time on these type of disparities, spending and wasting time on these type of things, right? Okay, especially since the system created race. There's no such thing as race. We were both in the same womb. Of course, the mother was Black, and those things are important. Those things are important to bring up, and when I bring those things up, that's just the fact of the situation. It's not me stressing energy off of anything or whatever the case is. It's really not, because if we lived in a society where it was a fair playing field and there wasn't this race war and stuff like that going on, then we could say, oh, you're spending too much energy on pointing out the fact that such and such was Black, or that Christ is not white, he's Black. Okay, all of those things do matter. But I do see where, like, there's certain people that I saw another video where, in the beauty supply store, where girls will look at non-Black women with the side eye. Like, who has time for that? I didn't even know that was going on. Like, at which I can see that happening, but it could come from so many different places. If you one of the folks that don't got time for that and are focusing on building up the newer generation, because this world is crooked, the history is wild, but you can do more for your new generations. Through my book, Melanated and Expecting, I go over the different things that I have went through, that the Most High had let me experience, things that if I had known, I wouldn't have to deal with certain consequences. But It could have been worse. God truly blessed and protected us, but it's nothing like the feeling of knowing that the decision that you made affected another person. Okay, if you want to check out these books, it's in the pinned comment or the description. Essentially, going over the things I wish I knew: epidurals, birth certificates, and such. If you want to check that out, then show your support while getting edified. The link is in the description in the pinned comment. Back to video. At the end of the day, the beauty supply store is definitely directed towards Black women, but they were screwing us. They continue to do so. They are a store. The real enemy honestly is them, because they aim and they advertise to pain points that are stem from systemic racism and insecurities that have been like lodged into the minds of our youth. Okay, of the generations. I even saw something where it said that they tested, and mind you, science is just them trying to figure out what God created, but they tested sperm, and essentially like some of the stress from the father goes into the sperm. So it's like, and I can see that being a thing. It's something that's being passed on from generation to generation, which brings me to the next point. It's funny how, she could hop on here, they have social media now, and they can say, "Oh, we're tired of this. This is nonsense. This is blah blah blah, whatever," right? But there was a time when white women were just super jealous, to the point because they were tired of their husbands looking at Black slaves, and there are those that are still jealous. They were tired of the Black women in the towns wearing their hair up with pride, putting in accessory, like all different things that made them so jealous. So jealous that they actually made a law, okay, that we were not allowed to wear our hair. Even then, we would wear it in scarves and stuff like that, because we literally were not allowed to wear our natural God-given hair that grew out of our hair follicles, like from day to day. So that's why this whole thing has been put into motion. That's why this whole thing has been put into motion, for making sure that our women are insecure, because I like what she's talking about, the things that she's going through. I would hope that y'all not out there giving these women a hard time, because never never have I ever, okay. I'm busy, and I always used to say that, like, how do people have time to be racist? How do people have time to do that? Because I'm not thinking about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Rent is high, groceries is high, and car insurance. Like, there's so many things. And even if those things were not there, I'm not the type of person to be like, "Oh, I don't see color." No, those are the people that's racist. I can see. Thank you, God. I can see all of the beautiful colors that's out here, right? But I don't understand. Like it comes from a place of insecurity. As a Black woman, like, you have to know who you are. Like, even amongst our own Black people, there is such hatred and colorism and texturism that is out of this world, which goes to my next point, which I read in the comment section. This comment says, "You can't wear braids, but buy people who wear wigs." Okay, or wear wigs on. It's like, I can't be mad. Because she about to say some other stuff.
Imagine being told that you can't wear this, or you can't.
Imagine that, right? Imagine that. I don't know who this woman is. I don't, like I said, I don't know her as a creator, but it's funny how she's saying that, and it's like, our ancestors went through that, okay, and that's why they set it up today to where we don't want to wear our hair, which was something that was done. Is just these people have literally the same persons who's talking. Her people are the one. The difference is when a white woman is jealous. The difference is when a white woman feels vexed by something. This system is set up in her favor. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, I honestly don't know why this creator is hopping on playing defense and all this stuff. This honestly, I feel like it should have just been left alone. Let her talk, let her have her piece, and then ignore. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm bringing up, only reason is because it's just like we had to talk about this because it's like what like y'all have to like look see what you allowing them to say. Like honestly, they could have said see what y'all allowing the and I used to wear wigs years ago and God had put it in me in the beginning of my walk to just stop. I didn't know exactly why, but now that we see that wigs a lot of cultures that we get the hair cultures that you get the hair from, they actually it's a part of their practice to do witchcraft on it, letting go of all this bad energy or whatever they doing, and then y'all putting it on y'all head and y'all wondering why y'all so depressed or why y'all so unconfident and why y'all this, that, and the third. It's because they pray over it doing whatever they've been doing. Same thing with braiding hair. Braiding hair is found out to cause cancer. You know what I'm saying? Something else that God had put on me right after wigs to just let go of. Okay. It's like I understand the cultural appropriation, like when perfect example when Kim Kardashian back in the day, because this was like probably like a decade ago, she was wearing cornrows, right? And then but she called them flat something. I don't know, flats or flat plaits. I don't know. But she called it something, and it's like, that's cool and dandy, right? Because at the end of the day, we can't just walk up in some place and wear cornrows and not be looked down on. She was celebrated for something. The thing about that for me is just saying where it came from and and who, you know what I'm saying? Like if you go to a Mexican restaurant and there's tortillas, I'm not going to call it something else. I'm not going to call it I don't know, a bread wrap or whatever the case is. Like that's weird. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm going to call it what it is. If I go somewhere and I'm like, oh, that restaurant over there, they sell bread wraps. The people are gonna wonder what is a bread wrap. Like I don't know. Like I look at it like that, and I do know what the issues are behind it. But to sit there and like go hard and it's wasting your energy, your beautiful energy. Because girl, your melanin popping, things we genetically, yeah, we were in the same room, but womb, but genetically we are literally just so different. Okay, we like age slow. Okay, our skin loves the sun. We when you fit, like the one thing I could say, the melanin is a superpower that we have. Our hair defies gravity. Okay, it stands up and praises the Most High. Like we look arguably the most beautiful women I've ever seen. So why are y'all so focused on these women? Like there's why, like if that's you, then okay, I can't even imagine going somewhere and staring somebody down. Like that's weird. If anything, I've been in so many of those situations, okay, where where you feel uncomfortable, you walk into some place and you feel like you being stared down or whatever the case is by different scenarios, right? Like, if anything, I've received, and I have, especially when I went out to Kentucky, received hate or weird type of like vibes. Not all, but from certain white women. Like, it's just what it is. So I know how it feels to just be existing and then be hated just for existing, right? But if you smile at me or what, regardless of what color you are, because every single color has stabbed me in the back, like as far as I know, and it's the ones that are closest to me that Satan's gonna use the ones that's closest to you. But I don't look at it like that. Like we should not be mistreating someone based on how they look. Like or whatever type animosity that you have. Yes, black women, we have been through a lot. We from and it's not all, but from our own men, because of different scenarios, have been put down. Women be putting down black men, all type of different scenarios, right? But you need to push forward past it.
Style your hair like that because of your race, the race that you were literally born into. It's something that you cannot help. And of all people, you wouldn't expect this to come from Black people, let alone Black women, given history, but yet they still do it. I don't understand how anyone gets so offended at what hairstyles and clothes or shoes or whatever another group of people chooses to wear. I have never cared. I'm a Black woman and I don't feel like I own box braids. I'm a Black woman and I don't feel like I own locks.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, I'm not saying that you could do you, boo boo, because y'all doing you anyway. Like, it has nothing to do with me. But it's just acknowledging certain cultural things, especially certain things that we have been through. That's the example I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going on somebody's situation if she decides she wants to wear braids in her hair. I wouldn't blink. Like, I literally, I don't care about. There's so seek the Most High, y'all. Seek the Most High. Okay, go outside barefoot, go step on some grass, okay? Go, the sun be shining. We had this opportunity. There's people that didn't wake up this morning. There are so many things that you need to get done today. You need to get out of this mental bondage, all type of stuff. But more importantly, create that relationship with Jesus Christ, okay? He is speaking on your behalf, and seek the Most High. Pick up God's word. I recommend King James Version Bible. It has the truth in it. And yes, there are other books like the Book of Enoch that was taken out of it. But now all of these things are coming to light for us to gain knowledge, to gain edification. There's bigger things going on that you worrying about people that you don't need to worry about. Okay. There's so much things. Yes, the history. Yes. But one thing that I learned is that Satan loves to steal your joy and steal your thoughts. Yes, of course. Don't ever forget what happened, what they did, and all this stuff. God don't forget that stuff. That's why these things are going on, what's going on right now. Okay, it is what it is. I'm not wishing bad on nobody or nothing like that. But God has watched it. The vengeance belongs to the Lord. He's the most creative. But for you to spend your time like worried about this and monitoring what other people are doing and whatnot is just gonna bring more pain into your life. But that's all I really had to say about this video. I do have a book out, Melanated and Expecting, going over the plans, plots of the pharmacia companies and different things that I wish I had known before becoming a mother. If you want to show your support, the link is in the description. Stay sober minded on these spiritual streets. Peace.